The following is a fan-based parody. Please support the official release.
Hey guys, if we reach 1,000 likes, we'll be giving out 2 of our new shirts. All you gotta do is click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
All my very best friends.
The best elements within us can spread light and virtue.
Come the fuck on. You've already done the opening book thing for too many times. It's time to use another opening cliche.
Strength, bravery, healing, beauty, hope, and sorcery.
Wait, 2 of the best attributes in us are strength and healing. That doesn't even make sense. One, healing isn't really an attribute in the way you're trying to use it, and for strength, is that really a good attribute? As long as you're strong, you can do no wrong? Might makes right? Also, the fuck is sorcery? I guess if you're a non-unicorn, you can't be a complete person then.
Myself and these pillars of Equestria were gathered together by another to maintain and share the light of these powerful ideals.
What, so these ponies who we've only just now learned about are somehow connected to you, and there was no documentation ever. Exactly how the fuck did someone like Twilight miss that when studying the history of Equestria, considering how much of a massive Star Swirl fangirl she is? Not to mention these people are on complete opposite sides of the globe in drastically different time periods. There should be no way they ever meet.
To stop him, the pillars and I must make a brave sacrifice.
Again, this is the only account of this event? This giant battle against the greatest evil the world has ever known?
That's the last entry. And maybe Star Swirl's final words before he vanished.
Also, the fuck? Star Swirl canonically was the personal tutor of both Celestia and Luna, and they somehow knew none of this.
My little pony, my little pony.
Skip, and that's a final skip for the season.
So the Pony of Shadows was really real?
What? Why are you asking it like this is a story we've heard before?
What happened to them all? They must have defeated the villain, since Equestria is still full of light and hope.
Yeah, except for those routine road-ending events, a lot of good their sacrifice did, seeing as how the road keeps on facing the greatest evil it has ever known once every year.
My old Ponish is a bit rusty, but I wonder if the answers can be found somewhere within the pages of this book.
Person who grew up speaking Old Ponish for some reason can't remember it. I guess she's old and other languages come and go, but I'd imagine her childhood memorabilia would be in it, so I would assume she would still have some grasp of it.
Solving a thousands-year-old mystery could take forever. Think of the research, the rereading, the re-rereading.
And the government funding for it.
Twilight, we've been studying and referencing and cross-referencing for 3 days straight now.
Because you all thought this code of a mystery would be solved in 22 minutes. Oh wait.
Well, that sure sounds like a clue to me.
Why'd they have a candle lit in this already extremely well lit room to begin with? Is it really just here for this sight gag?
Or maybe you could write a paper on it.
I guess I hoped we'd get here and the mystery would just magically be explained.
I mean, it happens every other time, so it's actually pretty reasonable.
You will never defeat me. We did not come here to defeat you. We came to contain you.
Yeah, you did. Because even if you just trap them, it's still winning, and therefore they lost. So how does this magical items of theirs get this enchanted nature again? Is it ever going to be talked about? Or even remotely explained?
Of course. Powerful magic like that would leave an impression on this place. Bringing the book back here let us see what happened.
So using strong magic makes a hologram playback for everyone to be able to rewind. So how many have the main 6 made in that case?
I wouldn't say the mystery's solved. Star Swirl's spell was one of the most powerful feats of magic in all of history.
Really? What makes you think it was his most powerful? I mean, you have one that makes you travel freely through time. How is this more powerful?
I went through the journal again, and it's amazing!
Facebook, you're doing it wrong. Or right. I'm not 50, so I don't use it.
Only how Star Swirl and the other pillars sent the Pony of Shadows to Limbo.
Yeah, I hear Limbo is a pretty shit place. It's almost as bad as the Rift.
That's the thing about Limbo. It isn't one place or another. It's in between, so time stands still.
If time stands still, then that implies so many other properties that would mean it couldn't be opened or exited.
What are you doing? I'm not doing anything.
Because the map can just do this now. Because magic. And fuck explaining anything.
It's a mighty helm headpiece. Maybe it belonged to Rockhoof himself.
So now everyone just casually talks about these impressive legends, but we've never heard of them before at all.
I love old legends as much as any pony, but a pony strong enough to save a village from rushing lava with a shovel is preposterous.
You also live in a world with Discord, but can't believe this. Yeah, that makes sense. No, wait, seriously, when did Applejack get super strength? Did I miss that? Where did this come from? That's not like how pruning works at all. Didn't we also do this already? Getting random items that have weird magical properties because of things the person did to save the day with some sort of new superpower? Because he didn't die from this.
Commanded us to be nice to ponies. She never said anything about pony-loving dragons.
Wait, so you think her best friend wouldn't be an off-limit target? Oh yeah, that's logical.
But with that heavy hunk of metal on your back, it'll be a snap.
Huh? Oh yeah, thanks for the tip.
Because dragons are dumb and no match for the brave and smart ponies.
These can get pretty aggressive. I guess that's why none of the other bayou animals can get to the water.
These animals are not herbivores. You know that, right? They're probably going to kill each other within a day.
I can't believe I'm gonna meet Star Swirl the Bearded. You know, outside of my dreams.
Oddly sexual.
But then I messed with one and nearly destroyed the universe, so... Starlight, Star Swirl the Bearded is the greatest wizard who ever lived. The chance to have him back in Equestria is worth the risk.
Worth the risk of killing everyone. Oh yeah, perfect for the Princess of Friendship to say.
What?
Wait, so why did they all have rocks falling on them but Star Swirl? We gonna address that? Like, why did Limbo straight up try to kill them when they come back?
You cannot bring only the pillars back!
Because no one thought about the fact that they sealed this evil monster up because the plot demands it. Previously on The Walking Dead. You know, actually, it's pretty weird that we have this previously thing, since the episodes are always played back to back. Kind of pointless. Just remove the intro and outro, and hey, maybe you'll have time to actually fit in a cohesive story.
When I extinguish the light and hope of this miserable world, you won't remember any of this.
Wait, why? Because she's dead? Or because somehow not having light also means no memories? And also just going to put this out here, Nightmare Moon has the whole trademarked thing on the eternal darkness.
Y'all mean the elements came from you?
You know, the sparkly crystal things that grow from the tree of harmony and represent each of us?
What? But Celestia and Luna use the elements, so I'm not sure the timetable here, because once again, Star Swirl showed them where they were. Also, a huge factor here, Luna was banished 1,000 years ago when they were fully grown, so doesn't that mean that this timetable is actually like at least 2,000 years old? What is going on here? Can you guys stop using 1,000-year measurements? It's kind of getting annoying and confusing.
Portal gate, portal keys, portal spells. Yes! If the pillars can hold open the gateway to Limbo, a powerful pony can do the banishing spell herself!
So now there's all kind of info about the pillars of magic, but before you couldn't find any after 3 days of straight research. How convenient. Also, I just realized that apparently Starlight just never looked at any of the books during those 3 days because reasons.
But I should have listened to you and left things alone. Now the elements of harmony will be lost to fix my mistake. Star Swirl knew what he was doing when he cast that spell. If I can make it even better, maybe he'll see that I take magic as seriously as he does.
So she's sorry for not trusting her friend. And to show how sorry she is, she's just not going to trust her friend. Because that's what the Princess of Friendship does, apparently.
Begging your pardon, Mr. the Bearded, but Twilight doesn't do anything halfway.
Especially not magic.
Except for unleashing the Pony of Shadows without knowing how to seal it. Seems pretty half-baked to me.
Do you think the map could be trying to tell us where the Pony of Shadows is?
The Tree of Harmony acting to protect the light of the realm. Yes, a good thought, Twilight.
I mean, that seems pretty sarcastic in the way he said it. I'm not sure why they're treating this like it's a compliment here.
The Pony of Shadows was not interested in reconciliation. Once a villain, always a villain.
Like Discord and Luna and Sunset and Starlight and Chrysalis in the next season. Not to mention Tirek as well and Tempest and...
He may have gathered us together, but he himself was just an ordinary unicorn who soon grew jealous of our abilities.
So pretty much he's just Luna. Really glad they came up with this great original idea.
I went to Ponehenge to make my own copies of the artifacts. With them, I thought I could be a pillar too, and stand by their side in battle. I never wanted to steal their power.
So will compassion ever be an element? Because it seems like a lot of these problems could be fixed by just listening to the person from the start.
Even if my friends did still care, what makes you think you have the power to help me?
So he literally is Nightmare Moon. He's being controlled by the darkness. This is... Did you run out of ideas? Is that what we're seeing here?
The elements! They didn't disappear! Maybe because we used them for healing magic instead of banishing?
What about the times you banished Discord? Or the other times you used them as a weapon? How come they didn't sacrifice themselves then?
I never accounted for the magic of friendship.
Thank you, Swirl Star.
Ha, I get it because he said the title backwards, so she says his name backwards. So this pretty much ruined all future events in MOP. Great job, writers. Now you have no magic MacGuffin in the form of a spell by Star Swirl that they have to decipher to save the day. Looks like you'll actually have to come up with a cohesive plot.